Steve Warner on Renegade Radio, Nashville.com. I'm Bob Steele. It's the 5 times over caffeinated radio show. And in the studio, I am so excited because Dean Crawford from Tate Hill Records is here. And we've been all pumped up about talking to Dean for weeks now. And we finally got you in the studio. My friend, welcome to Renegade Radio, Nashville.com.
Thank you so much for having me. I am so pumped. After 3 donuts, I am ready to go.
Well, now you know why they call it the 5 times over caffeinated radio show. We drink more coffee and eat more donuts than should be allowed by law.
I'm seeing that firsthand, and it's a great experience.
Well, welcome to the show. I guess everybody wants to know, and this is the first thing that I ask every country star and that we talk to, and you have an incredible career ahead of you. You've been a lot of places. How did you get started? How did you get involved in country music? This to me, for you, is a really cool venue.
Well, let me package this in probably 30 seconds.
Okay.
I grew up in Jamaica. I'm the only Jamaican hillbilly there is. And I started in church like many other artists, and I did a concert in a tent revival where there was a group in Jamaica at the time called the Lennon Brothers who they sang gospel. They heard me. I was like 8 or 9. They fell in love with me, asked my mom if I could go on tour with them. She reluctantly said no, yes. and I did, and then I did that for several years. Then I migrated to the United States. I even went to college, believe it or not. But I realized that country music was what I've always wanted to do. And I started singing. I met a friend who's now in my band, Kenny Wise, at a karaoke bar. And we decided that we had so many things in common. We started writing together, playing music together, and it just kind of blossomed from that two-person friendship into meeting other musicians. Kenny was very vital in that. He introduced me because he was a little bluegrass prodigy himself.
Sure.
So he knew a lot of people. First, we started doing acoustic shows, bookstore shows, and then from that we went to the bars. It was only logical, and here I am today. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of time, and I'm still not where I want to be fully, because I want the music to be heard by as many people as possible. But we're still here in the game, and it's getting better and better every day.
So it's one of those 10, 12, 15, 20-year overnight successes, right?
It's just like what you just said.
You know what a lot of people don't understand is that when you see these reality TV shows and you see an artist that just appears that seems very young, and you're a young guy as well, they go, well, they're just overnight successes. No, there's an awful lot of work that gets you from that little 8-year-old that was singing in the choir to where you are today.
Exactly, and I must mention that you have to have a support structure of people that believe in you and would do anything to help you. And along the way, I've benefited from, quite a few people who saw something in me in a raw format. And they knew that if they just helped and coached and developed, I could be something. I could do something with my life musically. So I have to say thank you, big gratitude to all those people that have helped me so far.
Well, let's start out by letting everybody here in the Renegade Nation hear one of your songs. What are we going to listen to first?
Well, if I was to pick one, I'd say Red-Blooded American Boy, because that's the one that started me out on radio. And, I'm Jamaican, and it's ironical that my first CD was titled Red-Blooded American Boy. But I became a citizen 3 years ago, and it's one of the proudest days of my life. And I would do anything for this country. I think it's the greatest country in the world. So that song is somewhat of a tribute, but a little tongue-in-cheek. Okay, well, here it is, Red-Blooded American Boy. It's Dean Crawford, Tate Hill recording star, and you tell us what you think.
You've been running my life, saying, honey, do this, you shouldn't do that. Think about it, baby, you're driving me crazy, and I'm 1 foot out the door. Yeah, I've got a mind, I like to use it sometimes, when it comes down to me and you. And by the way, I think you ought to know, my favorite color ain't blue, 'cause I'm a red-blooded American boy, and I like it that way. I do my drinking from a jar down a Tony this bar and like it that way. Like it that way. I hate caviar, don't want a fancy foreign car. I'll take a pickup truck any day. Say what you want, that's okay. I like it that way. When we first met, you said you liked my style, from my cowboy hat on down to boots. But since I gave you that ring, it's been a different thing. I can't seem to get it right. Now you're off your rockers, you think I'm wearing them Dockers. My faded Levi's will do. Oh, I ain't asking for much. Baby, just let me be true. Cause I'm a red-blooded American boy, and I like it that way. Like it that way. I do my drinking from a jar down a Tony's bar, and I like it that way. Like it that way. I hate the caviar, don't want a fancy foreign car. I'll take a pickup truck any day. Say what you want, that's okay. I like it that way. Now this doesn't mean that I love you endless. I'm just trying to make you understand. Don't try to change me, take me as I am. Cause baby, I still think you're the best. Cause I'm a red-blooded American boy, and I like it that way. Like it that way. I do my drinking from a jar down a Tony's bar, and I like it that way. Like it that way. I hate the caviar, don't want a fancy foreign car. I'll take a big truck any day. Say what you want, that's okay. I like it that way. I like it that way. Say what you want, that's okay. I like it that way. I like it that way. Oh, I like it that way. I like it that way. Oh, I like it that way.
I'm Bob Steele. It's the 5 Times Over Caffeinated Radio Show. Dean is in the studio. Great song, man.
I am here.
And
live and in the flesh.
Live and in person, over caffeinated as well. Trucker Dave Diamond's 5 Times Over Caffeinated Coffee up to what was Warp 9, Dave? Yeah, okay. Dave's here as well. And a lot of cool things happening here in the studio.
I love Trucker Dave.
He's a great guy. We keep him around.
Bless you. I appreciate you.
He does a great show on the overnight truck stop. If you're listening here and you don't know that Dave's on the overnights, he'll keep not only you going, but he drinks coffee almost as much as I do. He just doesn't talk about it as much.
Yeah, it's all locked up in the e-hop.
And I just found out that he's a major talent too, not just radio talent, but I just listened to some of his songs, and there's one song in particular that I really like, a trucker song.
Well, there you go.
Go figure.
Yeah, Trucker Dave. Yeah. We're actually looking at putting him out on a truck stop tour. I think we're going to take him out, take the show on the road here from the various truck stops all over.
I'll open for him.
There you go. Well, I think we've got to get. We'll have to talk to Tony over here and see whether we can't put this whole thing together. Sounds good. Sounds good. Dean, you can't help but avoid the comparison with you and Neil McCoy, and it's not so much because you're Jamaican, but because you guys are so energetic, and your songwriting and your sound is very similar. Was Neil an influence on you?
Neil was and is an influence, because I say is because to me he's still very current, one of the greatest entertainers out there, and I had the opportunity to open for him once. And the funny thing is, his road manager took me to the bus and said, Neil's got to meet you. Come and meet your little brother. That's what he said to Neil. Come out and meet your little brother.
Right.
And I had long hair at the time, and
he had long hair at the time.
So he came out and he watched my show from the side stage. We were playing a little bar in Maryland called Rockabilly's.
I know the place.
Yes, and Neil watched the entire show, and he loved it. And in fact, a new fan that I met that night came up to me and said, "Oh my God, Neil used to be my favorite, but now you are."
Ruh-roh.
But he didn't know that Neil McCoy was standing beside me in a baseball hat, not his normal
Ruh-roh.
cowboy hat. So he had a couple to drink. The guy, not
Sure.
Neil.
Yeah.
The guy had a couple to drink.
Sure.
He turned around and he saw that Neil was there. He just about knocked my cowboy hat off my head and said, "Neil, I love you."
Here, see the dance. Look at the dance. I'm doing a dance.
I was his favorite for 30 seconds. So yes, Neil McCoy is absolutely somebody that inspired me, and I'm so proud of what he accomplished. And to me, one of the greatest entertainers in country music.
I flat out agree with you. We've worked with Neil on a number of occasions back in my incarnations at Thunder 107.7 in D.C. Worked with him a lot there and have worked with him since then. And I think Neil is probably one of the most under-recognized talents and performers in country music today. Flat out the best show guy that I've ever seen.
I have to agree.
You know, we always talk about Garth Brooks swinging out over the crowd on a trapeze. Hell, you never know where Neil's going to be. He might be on the speaker stack. He might be in the light grid. He might be in the sound booth. He might be sitting next to you in the audience. You never know where he's going to start singing.
Let me tell you, you know, you have great singers and you have great entertainers. And I'd love to be considered a great entertainer. You know, it would be an honor because I believe that as a performer, a singer, songwriter, we're not just doing it for ourselves. We're doing it for the people that come out to see the shows. And some people get lost in that little fact that we're just going to stand on stage and sing for me. It's not about that. It's the people that matters.
Well, you see, and this is one of the things that some of our reality shows have been saying is, and I remember Simon Cowell saying on American Idol, that was a little self-indulgent.
It is.
And there are some country stars, and I'm not going to name names, but there's some country stars who recently ended their career together that became very self-indulgent at the end. And you wouldn't, you just go, come on, let's have some stuff that make you, the kind of stuff that made you popular, the kind of stuff that makes country audiences get excited. Yes. And I think that's very important.
It's very important. I tell my band members, I said, look, we're going to screw up sometimes. We might not play. We're playing 50, 60, 70 songs a night.
Sure.
When you play the bar grind and the bar circuit, you're there from 9 until 2.
And sometimes
some
later.
Place 3.
Sure.
In West Virginia.
Let's hear it for West Virginia.
A little shout out for the West Virginia hotties out there.
Woohoo!
But let me tell you, like I said, you can't always be perfect, but what you can always strive to do is to do your best to please people, and that's what I do. That's what my band does, and I feel like we're making a mark and we're having an impact, and it shows with the fan mail and the letters that we get that hey, we must be doing something right.
Well, let's get. You mentioned fan mail. How do we get in touch with you, and how do we get to your website?
Well, you know what? People that are following my music now know that I am a big Facebook junkie.
Uh-oh.
Thank God for Facebook. It is the lonely guy's therapy. Or lonely girl.
Oh, there you go.
I just put that out there because I'm on at 3 o'clock in the morning. So
there you go.
Hit me up. But listen, Facebook.com/Dean Crawford is the most interactive way to get in touch with me.
Mm-hmm.
But we have our official website, which it's under reconstruction, but it's simplydean.com, www.simplydean.com, which will lead you to my record label, which is TateHillRecord.com.
So there you go. You could get him at TateHillRecords.com or at simplydean.com.
Yes.
And then hit him up on Facebook. He's right there.
I always respond.
Ladies, he's available and up on Facebook at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I got to tell you, Bob, I'm sitting here talking to you right now. Man, I remember when I used to have long hair, and I'm looking at he looks like a rock star. You look like a rock star.
Thank you.
A country rock star.
A country rock star. We're rocking it country
Make me
style.
miss my hair.
Actually, this is short for me.
Is that right?
Yeah. Usually it's about middle of my back when it gets really long.
I'm sure you're not the one taking care of it though. I'm sure you got a little help.
No, it's just me and a big bottle of shampoo. Hey, if you can't air dry it's too much work.
Trucker Dave with the dryer in the morning.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, that
One hand and dryer in the other.
that's just scary at face value.
Nah.
Well, let's get back to the music. What else do we have that you'd like to hear here?
I'd like to hear them all, but
well, you were telling me about Redneck Angel. We'll see whether we can't get to that. But I've got a couple of fans that wanted to hear "I Can't Reach You." How about that?
Yes. In fact, "I Can't Reach You" was in an article just released in Washington D.C., chosen as one of the top 10 independent recorded songs, country songs in D.C.
That's awesome.
We probably should play that one.
Well, let's do it.
Yeah.
This is "I Can't Reach You,"
produced by Jim Cabral and Garrick Alden.
Dean Crawford from Red Blooded American Boy Gang. Check this out.
Never thought that we'd be calling it quits after all we've been through. Tried my best, done all I could do to try to get through to you. Don't you think that we can give it one more try? And if it's over, we can say goodbye and walk away. But I can't reach you. I'm calling out your name in the thundering rain, but you don't hear me, and there's nothing I can do to keep from going insane. It's such a crying shame. We're both losers in this game. It's sad, but it's true. I can't reach you. I'll be here in case you change your mind. You know the number, you can call it anytime. You say you love me, but you gotta go. Define yourself, what that mean, I don't know. Was it something that I said or did? Have you been keeping all your feelings hid from me? But I can't reach you. I'm calling out your name in the thundering rain, but you don't hear me, and there's nothing I can do to keep from going insane. It's such a crying shame. We're both losers in this game. It's sad, but it's true. I can't reach you. I'm calling out your name in the thundering rain, but you don't hear me, and there's nothing I can do to keep from going insane. It's such a crying shame. We're both losers in this game. It's sad, but it's true. I can't reach you.
RenegadeRadioNashville.com. We are sitting in the studio talking with Dean Crawford, and that's Red-Blooded American, from his CD Red-Blooded American Boy, and I Can't Reach You. Great stuff there, Dean. And
Thank you.
Man, that story sounds, for that song, sounds kind of personal. What's the backstory on that one?
Well, I write a lot of my songs about real life situations, and you know, they just come from a deep place. I like to write what I know, and it's a lot to do with emotions, human emotions, whether it's my own emotion or just people around me that's going through things.
Gotcha.
You know, I've been through a relationship that I thought at one point was going to last forever. Very excited.
Yeah.
And as quickly as it lit up like a big old wildfire, it just burned out. And no matter how you try sometimes to reach somebody, in a heart to heart, you just can't.
Yeah, heart doesn't have logic to it.
No.
And so, and I know exactly how you feel. I've been there, done it myself, and I know a lot of our listeners have as well. When you have a situation like that, the hurt is so deep that you have no outlet. Luckily, you have music, and that is one way to get it out.
That has saved me. You know, music to me, I put it out there, yes, because I release records, and it's what I like to do. But it's a personal thing. When I write it, it's what I'm feeling that I'm putting on paper. And I think that's why people identify with the things that I write, because they've been through it. They've been there. I'm only saying in a song what the average person can't say, because they don't know how to express themselves. So that's the beauty of country music. It just has the real. It's real life. It's a reality story. You know, you don't always get your car, or your truck, or your dog back.
No, you have to play it backwards.
I guess, but you know, it's that's just the way it is.
Sure, absolutely, and it's one of those things where you put yourself out there, and music is so subjective. I mean, people either like it or they don't like it. And they can't really tell. You know, it's not like I like the beat because I like to dance to it. Country music is a story. It's an emotion. It's on so many levels.
It's heart and soul.
Absolutely,
heart and soul.
If you can reach an audience with your songs like that, you're there.
Yes,
I mean, that's flat it.
I think the fans of country music in general are just amazing, down-to-earth, good people. You know, I'm not putting down any fan of any other music.
Oh, music is music. I mean, come on, we're talking about something we all love.
Music is music in general, but country fans, they are the best. Once they love you and latch on to you, man, you've got to do something really bad for them to hate you.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, they love you. They love you forever.
And that's that we find that very seldom in any other form of the radio formats. I've been involved in a lot of radio over the course of my career, and country music, flat out the most loyal audience, the most talented musicians, and certainly the coolest people in the music biz.
Yes, I wouldn't want to be in any other format. This is my home.
That's awesome. Okay, you're going out on the road here anytime soon, where we can find you?
Well, we tour regionally right now. We're trying to broaden the spectrum, you know. But right now we're mainly doing an East Coast Mid Atlantic thing. We do Virginia, West Virginia, PA, Maryland. And sometimes we venture north to New Jersey and
New Jersey,
and Delaware, hotbed of country music.
Well, we have a huge audience in New Jersey and New York. And I spent a lot of time in Delaware. I was a lifeguard at the in Ocean City for 5 summers, so I know that area well.
It is, yes.
Yeah, and where are you going to be next?
Well, let me tell you something that I'm very excited about.
Okay.
We're playing a lot of festivals and carnivals all across the area, but we just got a call to play Operation Rolling Thunder in D.C.
Oh, that is absolutely an incredible time. I mean, you're going to really enjoy that.
I can't wait. And you know what the funny thing is? We're going to be backing up Nancy Sinatra.
No kidding.
Yeah, she's going to be coming out and singing "These Boots Are Made for Walking."
Wow.
With my band. And when we got that call, it's an organization called Stars. American
Stars Foundation.
Yeah, Stars Foundation and World Orphans Day, and they're putting that big thing together there, and they call us. We were excited. It's going to be a big thing. It's a Memorial Day weekend, the Sunday of Memorial Day weekend.
Wow. I had the opportunity to work with, believe it or not, Billy Ray Cyrus back in the 90s, introducing him on the mall for Rolling Thunder. And the thing about Rolling Thunder that always got to me was you see the generations of our military from those left over from World War II through Vietnam, Korea, Iraq, Afghanistan. And the one thing that they share is that brotherhood and sisterhood of the military. And you could see a World War II guy holding on to a Vietnam veteran, and the Vietnam veteran here's a big biker guy crying his eyes out because half of his platoon was killed in a firefight, and the World War II guy knows exactly what he's talking about and knows exactly how he feels, and that is the power of Rolling Thunder and that whole event.
And that is why we're so excited, and another reason why it's filled my heart with a lot of pride to be able to do that show is the way I feel about this country and the men and women of our armed forces. I'm in awe of what they do to keep us free and safe. And coming from another country, I loved where I came from.
Sure, you have a beautiful country.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and in Jamaica, and the foundation from my mom and dad and my family, they raised us up right. I would not have traded that. But now, living here, I wouldn't trade this place for anywhere else in the world. This is the greatest country in the world, and if you don't believe it, go somewhere else. Go somewhere else.
We've lived overseas, and it's you do not know what we have here until you've not. I'm not going to talk about a vacation because you can't get it in a vacation. When you find out that there's people walking downtown with automatic weapons to make sure that the streets are safe. When you don't get your mail for a month because the mail that's just the mail service.
Exactly.
You miss the basic things. There's always the McDonald's downtown.
Yes.
I don't care where you are. You could be on Bora Bora and there'd be a McDonald's downtown, but it's the interaction with the social, it's in the interaction, and it's the freedoms that we enjoy.
This is the best, hands down. You can go anywhere else, and I don't care, France, Britain, anywhere, some pretty island somewhere, you're going to want to come back here after a while, because the things we take for granted, you just mentioned, the freedoms, the basic freedom to be who you want to be, say what you want to say, as long as you don't hurt anybody.
Well, sure. There are liable laws.
Yeah, exactly. So America, to me, like I said, I'm so proud to be a United States citizen. I would not trade living here and being here and doing what I do for anything else.
Well, we certainly appreciate that you feel that way, and welcome to this country.
Welcome to America.
Welcome to America, even though you've been here for 3 years as a citizen, and certainly welcome to the Renegade Nation. Now, let's play another song.
I was going to play something else, Bob.
What are you going to play?
You've been very gracious having us here today, but my mom passed away 3 years ago, and her very favorite song from that CD was "Heaven Took an Angel Home."
Okay.
And right now I'm thinking about her and how she must be watching what I'm doing right now. And it's got me a little emotional, and I'd love to play that.
I can tell. I mean, you've gone from being this smiling cowboy to a guy that's got a big heart, and we certainly will play this for your mom. It's Heaven Took an Angel Home on RenegadeRadioNashville.com. This is Dean Crawford.
3 years ago, on a cold and stormy night, the call came in. I pray they didn't get it right, but deep inside I knew there was something awfully wrong. And the voice on the line said, "I'm sorry, there was nothing we could do." Susie was driving home from work that night, and suddenly from nowhere someone ran that red light. You should have seen the tangled mess that they pulled her body from. 'cause all at once it hit me. The love of my life was gone. Heaven took an angel home that rainy night. Now there's another star in the sky that now burns bright. With every drop of rain that falls, I can feel her love washing over me. And it sets my spirit free, 'cause I know heaven took an angel home. Didn't think I'd make it, but I could face life on my own. I wanted God to take me so that I wouldn't be alone. But I was being selfish, I was blind, I couldn't see the Father in heaven. He needed her more than me. Heaven took an angel home that rainy night. Now there's another star in the sky that now burns bright. With every drop of rain that falls, I can feel her love washing over me. And it sets my spirit free, 'cause I know heaven took an angel home. There's another star in the sky that now burns bright. With every drop of rain that falls, I can feel her love washing over me. And it sets my spirit free, 'cause I know heaven took an angel home. Heaven took my angel home. Yeah. Heaven took my angel home.
RenegadeRadioNashville.com. Dean Crawford and the song for his mom, and of course, beautiful, beautiful stuff there. Whew. Heaven took an angel home. I'm Bob Steele, and it's RenegadeRadioNashville.com, the 5 times over caffeinated radio show. Dean Crawford in the studio with us today, and man, that was good. You look, you know, as J-Lo says, goosies. It doesn't work for me. That's goosebumps, brother. I'm telling you, man. That was just incredible.
That took on a whole new significance for me, playing that today.
Sure, I can imagine.
I need another cup of coffee to get through.
Dave, we need some more 5 times over caffeinated, buddy. Thank goodness for Dave Diamond. I just have to say that. Thank goodness for Dave. Trucker Dave. Influences. Everybody has somebody that got them started, somebody that got them going, and music that you liked. Tell us a little bit about your influences.
Well, being a younger person, you would think that I would gravitate towards the guys and gals from the 90s,
sure,
and 2000s. But I got to tell you, I love traditional, real country music.
The old twangy stuff, huh?
The people that made it what it is today. And the very first name, my fans that know what I love and what I like, they'll know that automatically I'm going to say Dolly Parton.
Without a doubt.
I think she epitomizes what a country artist really should be. She came from out of nowhere, dirt poor, clawed her way to the top of the world stages and still maintain, you know, the same visibility that she had 30, 40 years ago. How do you do that and stay relevant?
You be good. And she is basically a genuine, very talented woman who gets it. And that's the whole thing. She doesn't take herself too seriously either.
That's what it is. I think, you know, people, if you're fake in country music, the fans will run you out of town. They get it. And you just have to be genuine. And she is just one of the genuine, real deal bona fide. Conway Twitty, to me, the high priest of country music, you know, the most number ones until probably George Strait or something.
Some of the best hair, too.
Just like you. Don't rub it in. But Conway Twitty and, you know, Randy Travis, Charlie Pride, huge. And people don't know that country music was played in Jamaica, you know, quite frequently, especially on Sundays. Because, you know, it's good, clean, wholesome music.
Sure.
And it's played a lot in Jamaica. So those are the people that I kind of started listening to when I was, you know, a little wee kid, you know, 8, 9, 10. And when people were listening to reggae and hip-hop and all other kind of hop, I was hopping to country music. I was country when country wasn't cool.
I was going to say that. Where did that come from? That was such a genius line.
I know. I should have written it.
Yeah, we should write that song. Write that down. There's probably a song in there somewhere.
But definitely, though, Garth Brooks from the 90s, whew, I mean, and Neil McCoy, you know, these people, you know, they just blaze a whole new trail. And if I could be anywhere near as successful as they became, then I'd be in hillbilly heaven.
Now, there's a movement, and that's not a movement. There's a lot of people that are going, you know, country ain't country anymore. You know, we got Taylor Swift, and we got all these pop stars and Kid Rock and stuff that coming into country, and John Cougar, and for crying out loud, Lionel Richie. I've always thought, and this is my humble opinion, I'm going to ask you your opinion. I've always thought that country was big enough for everybody. You know, Alan Jackson, They've All Gone Country, is a theme song for pretty much country music. And, yeah, I think that maybe traditional country has changed a lot, but country music, to me, has always embraced everyone. What do you think?
Well, here's what
do you say to people like that?
In a nutshell, I think that everything has to evolve some way, shape, or form. But you know, my only beef, if I were to have a beef with the current state of country music, is the fact that artists such as myself and people that are trying to make it to that next level, you can't hardly get played on so-called mainstream radio because it's so tightly programmed and marketed and it's not about the real heart sometimes. Every now and then you do get that one hit that comes
zinging through the crowd, yeah.
You know, like Miranda Lambert,
sure.
You know, and The House That Built Me and stuff. That, you know, that touched my heart there. But
Matt Kennan's The Call.
Exactly. But stuff like what you guys are doing on Renegade Radio, you just play what touches people. You're not putting stuff out there in a focus group. If it's good, if it's country, you're going to play it.
If it's rocking, it's good, it's country, and somebody wants it, we play it. And that's what our whole buzz is about. And I think that's why traditional radio stations, terrestrial radio stations, are having such a hard time now, is because we can play anything. We play 21 songs an hour versus 8 or 11.
They're in danger. Traditional radio stations, as we know it, they're in danger because of you guys. I think this is the wave of the future. I love what Renegade is doing. You're taking country stars from the 90s and 80s and making them country stars again. You know, when mainstream radio forgot about them. So I love what you're doing. But yes, country music belongs to anybody that considers themselves country.
Well, I mean, look at Cowboy Troy.
Yes,
there is a guy that is more country than a lot of people I know that you know, that just think you need a hat and boots.
That's correct.
And people don't get Cowboy Troy at all.
Lionel Richie.
Yeah, come on.
He wrote some of the biggest hits for Kenny Rogers.
Sure.
You know, in the 80s. She Believes in Me and all. So who's to say who's country or not? If you feel it and you have a story to tell, I'll buy it.
I'll buy it too.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely, well, I don't have to buy it because I've got one here, Red Blooded American Boy. Tell us about you've got another CD besides this?
Well, I've got the latest CD, Who I Am, that's been doing well. We've gotten some play on traditional radio with that, and I'm fortunate. I'm very happy, not complaining.
Well, let's not bite the hand that feeds you.
That's correct. I'm also working on a benchmark CD that I think probably will be one of the best things that I'll do so far to date. Is a reggae country CD.
Okay, wait.
Yeah, reggae.
Come on.
I said it. I said it.
Bellamy Brothers did Reggae Cowboy. Reggae country?
Well, it's going to be a mix of so many different influences because music is good music.
Sure, music's music.
So I'm working with a producer, Stevie Lay, who has a very talented band of his own, and we're putting that together now, and it's going to be a great project. And in fact, I couldn't not say something about my band. I was just going to tell. Yeah. We were going to get into your band, but the transition is beautiful. Tell us about your guys. My guys are incredible. They bend over backwards and they go where I go. They love me. I love them. I mean, from my Kenny Wise, who found the band with me. He's amazing. We have my drummer, Bobby Lawrence, just a good guy.
Now, where are these guys from?
They're all Maryland boys.
Maryland boys.
Maryland boys.
I grew up in Maryland.
And my lead guitar player hails out of North Carolina. Bobby Lawrence.
Okay.
He's country to the core. He's a guy that goes hunting and fishing, and he always wants to take me. I'm thinking maybe he's going to take me. I'm not going to come back. And then we have a Billy
Dick Cheney version of hunting.
Exactly. Hey, Dean, where's my raise at? Then we have my steel guitar. If you're going to have a country band, you better darn sure have a steel guitar in there.
Yep.
And I got a talented guy, Billy Coley, amazing. My bass player, Mike Clark. They're all great. And then my sound engineer, who's just like a member of the band, travels with us and go everywhere we need him to go, Randy Denmar. These are guys that have been with me now for over 8 years.
So you've got the chemistry and the vibe going.
We just know each other, and yeah, we have little nitpick fights here and there.
Any family does.
But nothing keeps us apart. Nothing. They're great. Oh, more coffee.
Trucker with
coffee.
Wow,
coffee and donuts.
It doesn't get any better than that.
My band love coffee and donuts.
Should have brought them.
Well, next time.
Next time we'll do this again.
Get me back here. I'll take them up.
The invitation is always the door's always open. Let's do. We were talking about Do I off of Red Blooded American Boy.
Wow.
And
Do I?
Tell us a little bit about how the song came together, and then we're going to listen to it.
I have developed quite a following of ladies over 40.
Okay.
And
you're a cutie. I mean, you're a good-looking guy, and I could see how any lady
they want to feed me.
Bring him donuts. He'll love us.
But look, I love him, and that song came out of a true experience. When I was a little younger at a time, I dated somebody who was kind of, slightly older than I was.
Experience is good.
Yes, it made for a great song. And it's just about a young guy who fell for a slightly older woman. I say slightly, probably 15 years.
Cougar.
Yes, cougar. And exactly. And,
come here, boy.
Let's put it this way. It made for a great song.
And we'll leave it at that.
Song.
This is Do I.
I'm going to rename it Cougar.
You might better. RenegadeRadioNashville.com.
You say you've got a young heart body, but tell me, boy, are you willing and ready? You talk the talk, but can you walk the walk when push comes to shove? Do you think that you can handle this woman's love? And I say, do I? Do I? Do I? I can rock your world, turn it upside down, make you feel a feeling that you ain't never known. Build you fire that'll burn all night, ain't go down till morning light. Do I? Do I? Do I? is your place of mine. Enough of this talk, boy, you're wasting my time. Yeah, the proof is in the pudding, well, I'm ready to eat, and I can never get enough. Do you think that you can handle this woman's love? And I said, do I? I can rock your world, turn it upside down, make you feel a feeling that you ain't never known. Build you fire, they'll burn all night, ain't going down till morning light. Do I? Girl, you ain't never seen the likes of me. I'm a good time certified. I can roll you both from north to south, if you know what I'm talking about. Let me rock your world, turn it upside down, make you feel that you ain't never known. Build you fire, down, burn all night, ain't going down till morning light. Do I?
Renegade Radio, Nashville.com. That's Do I, and everybody's dancing around the studio, having a good time. And we're with Dean Crawford. I'm Bob Steele. It's the five times over caffeinated.
You guys are crazy.
Oh, well,
Crazy good.
We obviously didn't have a corner on that one. You came in and it got even wackier. So that says a lot about you and the company you keep, my friend.
Let's put it this way. I don't drink coffee as a rule of thumb, and I've had my 6 cups.
And about 5 donuts. So
yeah,
we're sending Dean down the road buzzing. Now, we've had an awful lot of traffic here on Facebook and on Twitter and on the phones. Seems like you have created quite a stir, my friend.
Well, I like stirring.
Well, we do too.
In the morning.
Yeah.
But listen, I can't thank the people that love me. I don't like to use the term fan so much as I say friends.
Sure.
Because these people have genuinely become part of my family circle, my friend circle. They come to the shows all the time. They're there. If something is wrong with me personally, if they know that, like when I lost my mother, I mean, the church was filled with probably like 500 people, and over 400 of them were my fans, my friends. So I want to thank them. I love them so much because they've given me wings to fly. That's what they've done.
And those wings are going to take you a long, long way, my friend. Dean Crawford, you are a all-American boy, my friend. And that says an awful lot. You've come a long, long way from very modest roots. You were talking about Dolly Parton doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy,
Yeah.
You came from another country and modest roots, and look where we are today.
Bob, I can't thank you enough for giving me this opportunity, because all we want to do is to get heard. I have a story to tell. I believe it's a genuine, real story. I want to get it out there. I want to make a difference in people's lives with just who I am as a person through the music. I'm nobody's hero, but if I can make a difference in somebody's life, if I can be a positive factor and a force for some younger person than myself coming up that wants to be in entertainment and wants to see, hey, I can be that person, I can do that too. I'm happy. I'm happy.
That's so cool. What does it take? You started to give some advice to young musicians. Mm-hmm. Tell them what it takes. What is it in a nutshell?
Guts, determination, self-belief. I'd say self-belief is the most important factor, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will believe in you. It's like going to the bank for a loan to start a business. If you don't have that positive feeling about what you're doing, the loan officer is going to tell you, come back another time. Well, as an artist, an actor, a singer, a songwriter, you've got to believe in what you're doing, and then you'll get other people to believe. And the next thing is to find the right people that can then get you to the next level. You're going to have many people in your life. Hopefully you'll have 1 or 2 or 3 that will stay, because those are the good ones that you want to keep. But every step along the way, there are going to be people that will come. And you've got to be smart enough to realize that not everybody's in it for you. There are people that's in it just for them, what it can get them. So you've got to know that. Find the right people. Trust in them and you. And listen. Take advice. Because you don't know everything. You know, as a singer, I know about singing, I know about songwriting, I know about entertaining. But I'm not always the best when it comes to the business side. I just know what's right for me, though. And so far, that's what I've done. It might not work for you. I'm not telling you to, it's not gospel. It's just what has worked for me. And the final thing is my foundation is based on the principles of faith in God. I am from a Christian home. I pray daily, morning and night. I try to live my life the way I'd like others to treat me. I treat them the way that I want to be treated. Mutual respect, honesty, and integrity. That is how I think those are the basic tenets of what a good person is. And if you go through life with those principles, good things will come to you.
Dean Crawford, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much, brother. That is just awesome.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Renegade Nation.
I'm a renegade.
Yes,
I love it.
Without a doubt. I think you were born a renegade. We're going to do one more song, and that's called If I Were You. Tell us briefly about that. And
classic.
Thanks so much for all of this.
Thank you. Classic country song. You know, I wrote that, you know, probably 4 or 5, well, some years ago, and I can't remember, but produced by
he says
8 years.
He says 8 years ago.
8 years.
Time flies when you're having fun, right?
Time flies. Produced by Jim Cabral and Garrick Alden, two of the best in Maryland. Great song.
Here it is, Dean Crawford from a red-blooded American boy, If I Were You, on RenegadeRadioNashville.com.
If I were you, I'd walk away. If I were you, and this would be the day. After all I put you through, if I were you, I wouldn't stay. Wasted tears through the years, lonely nights and endless fights. The bottle came first, then you were there to take what's left, to claim your share. If I were you, I'd be long gone. Still you hang on to this broken fool. If I were you, I'd be out of my mind, looking for a better life that shouldn't be hard to find. But I thank God that I'm not you, 'cause without you, what would I do? You're always there to see me through. Where would I be if I were you? If I were you, I'd be long gone. If I were you, this would be the day. After all I put you through, where would I be if I were you? Where would I be if I were you?
RenegadeRadioNashville.com. If I were you, from red-blooded American boy Dean Crawford, and we just had one of our listeners said thank you for giving our favorite Jamaica hillbilly.
Jamila Billy.
Jamila Billy. Okay, Jamila Billy. That's it. All right. Well, what? Tell me. Before we get off here, tell me about this. The Deanites and the Double D Club and what? Tell me all about that.
You want me to go there?
Yeah, I do. We're renegades, dude. Come on.
Well, let's put it this way. In this business, you've got to market yourself.
Yeah.
And find whatever means that doesn't cross the line.
Good luck on that sometimes.
So we developed a little T-shirt line once before called the Double D Club.
I see.
And it was geared towards, loftier.
Healthy people.
Healthy, corn-fed.
Yes. American girls.
American girls, red-blooded American girls.
Sure. The red-blooded American boy.
But Double D doesn't mean what y'all think it probably means. But well, it does mean that too. But it's the Dean's Darlings.
I see. Okay, we had gone in a whole nother direction, hadn't we, Dave?
A whole other.
We were thinking maybe you were promoting Dave Diamond here.
Well, you know what? He's great though. I'm gonna promote him.
Well, there you go.
But we got this thing now called the Dean Team.
The Dean Team.
And they're the people that love me the most, and it's on Facebook. There's a team made up called the Dean Team.
I see.
And anyone can join that, and it's just people that are geared towards wanting to help me in any way, shape, or form, promoting the music, me. Now they're going to be promoting Renegade Radio.
Well, we'll sign up for the Dean Team, and it's like our Renegade. So we have a great group of people that just love the radio station, love what we do, and we certainly appreciate them, and we couldn't be here without them, and I know that's probably the same with your guys.
Exactly the same. You can't be here with other people that support you. I want to thank Tony Poor, Sylvia Poor, and Brooke Lawrence. They are the little core of my little Dean Crawford organization. They're just, they love me, and I love them incredibly, and I couldn't do this without them. Couldn't.
Well, it's been a pleasure. I mean, an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. It's been an absolute pleasure for you to share your music with us, and certainly we look forward to big things and anything we can do, Dean, to help you get this career going even higher than it's already going. Please feel free to talk to us and call us, and we'll be right there for you.
Hey, look, Bob, it's the pleasure. It's all mine. I loved being here. You guys are class acts. Amazing talent.
Not much class, but
well, country class. Country class.
There you go.
And I got to tell you, this feeling of being here with you today has been one of the highlights of my my year.
Well, thank you.
Wow. In quite a few years. I feel like your audience, from what they're saying on the internet, they've taken a shine to me. They like me, and the things you can do for me is to keep playing. Hey, maybe a Dean Crawford hour one day.
We'll do that. We'll get that up next. There's only a small. You can talk to our business manager right over there. She'll be happy to accept hundreds and thousands.
Hey, let's start a Facebook drive.
There you go.
Thank you guys from the bottom of my pea-picking heart.
Well, boy, where did I hear that? I think that's a hee-haw thing.
That's correct. Thank you. I love y'all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean. Dean Crawford, ladies and gentlemen, Red-Blooded American Boy, the CD. You can go check him out at TateHillRecords.com, or his email address, or his website is simplydean.com. And
Facebook.
And Facebook. Yep, you can give him that address again.
Yeah, it's Facebook.com/Dean Crawford. I'm on there 24/7. Late, early, whenever.
Reverb Nation always is a good place to go, and you can probably search his tunes on YouTube. iTunes as well. Yeah, there you go. So we got all kinds of places, just like, and I'm going to tell you something. You're going to be listening to Dean on RenegadeRadioNashville.com as well.
Amen.
And Dean, thank you again so much for coming. And ladies and gentlemen, again, Dean Crawford, check out his website, check out his Facebook page, check him out, go see him. He's live in the Mid-Atlantic region and soon worldwide. There you go. Dean Crawford, ladies and gentlemen, on Renegade Radio, Nashville.com. I'm Bob Steele. It's the 5 times over caffeinated radio show, Tuesday edition.
Renegade and Rowdy, the way you like it. Live, online from Nashville, RenegadeRadioNashville.com.